Let's talk to someone, Hugh, that played in a lot of opening days and made a lot of Phillies rosters. You know his name. Ryan Howard, the Big Piece, joins us right now on the Midday Show. Ryan, how you doing?
Hey, happy opening day. Happy opening day, gentlemen. What's up? How's everybody doing?
What up, Blue? How you doing, man?
Man, can't call it. Just another day. I'm in your world.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm in your world, man. As a matter of fact, I know we're going to talk baseball. Mm-hmm. But congratulations. I heard you got the sandwich shop in the stadium.
Man, yes, sir. We got that Colby Southern Kids Chicken working over there, man. We're doing well. Excited for another season. Trying to get everything kicked off. We got the location out in Mount Holly, New Jersey. 1643 New Jersey, 38 West. Going out there, go visit the store out there. So, yeah, just kicking it up and trying to get things rolling.
Well, it's a good spot. I know that area well. I used to drive through there when I lived in Jersey. Good spot, Ryan. We're excited for you. And yeah, the spot in the stadium is going to be a great one.
Big. That's a big move right there.
Of course it is.
To be in the stadium and, having the history that you have with the stadium, yeah. Pretty sure are you going to be in there making sandwiches at some point?
That'd be great.
Hey, you know what? You never know. It's a possibility. I might have to go back to old 15-year-old Ryan when I was in there flipping them burgers and whatnot, man, before. So
Okay, yeah, that's a skill you never lose, though. Flipping burgers is a skill you never lose.
That's one you have for life. Ryan, we're excited to talk to you today. It's an awesome day. Opening day is always special. Before we get into the team this year, take us through your opening days. Your first one, did you have butterflies? Like, what's opening day like? I mean, for baseball players, there's so many games, and it's a marathon. But does opening day, even as you got into your later years, did it have a different feel to it?
You know what? From the very first opening day I had would have been 2006. It was a great feeling for me because I knew that I had the job and just wanted to really take it all in. My first full opening day, coming into Philly, obviously having the parade, coming in from the outfield, from the bleachers. It's a feeling that you'll never forget. So I'm excited for all the guys, the rookies that get to experience their first opening.
Well, we are too. You still with us, Ryan?
My career kind of wore on. It never really gets old. It never gets old. I mean, you're just kicking off a new season, a new start, fresh start, try to go chase a championship and just have fun doing it.
Well, Ryan, that championship is what this team is chasing. Tell us your feeling on the team as we start the year. The division is very good with the Braves and the Mets, but the Phillies, they won 95 last year. They kept most of the core of this team intact. They added a few pieces like Romano in the bullpen and Kepler in the outfield. What's your feeling on this team, Ryan, as they try to get over the hump now and win a championship?
Yeah, I mean, I think the team, you still got to be excited for the team. I think it's going to be an exciting, somewhat stressful division this year. The Mets obviously came on and they played some really, really good baseball. They had Juan Soto, added him. He's not that bad of a guy, not that bad of a player. So, the division definitely gets a little more interesting. But I think with the Phillies, they just have to focus on being themselves and playing their game. And I think by doing that, they'll be good as long as they can stay healthy and just go out there and do their thing. I think they'll be all right.
You know what, Ryan? I'm kind of curious, man, because we talked a lot this upcoming season about approach and chase rate and all that other stuff. To a man, how hard is it to get up there and change your approach when that's all everybody talked about in the offseason?
I think it's all about the training. I think it's all about what you do in the offseason, working on what your approach is, understanding what your strengths and weaknesses are as a hitter, as a pitcher. And then I think, like I say, we always talk about the analytics. And analytics definitely plays a factor in my mind, but, you have to also be able to taper it. You got to marry it in the right way, in my opinion. So when you can use the analytics where they can help you, then that's what the benefit of it is all about in my mind. So, I think with guys just being able to kind of look, change their approach, it's a very patient team. You get a lot of walks out of this team, Schwarber, Harper, get some good ABs. That's the key, right? It's trying to just put together good ABs to get runs across.
Curious because one of our colleagues, Elliot Shore-Parks, talked about, the fact that the Phillies, let me say if I'm saying this right, they had the lowest chase rate in spring training.
They had the most walks.
The most walks in spring training. Thank you very much. They had the most walks in spring training. Can that carry over in your mind to the season when you do that in spring training?
I think so. I mean, again, when you can have those types of situations, where you can have guys getting on base and understanding like certain types of situational hitting, it can definitely carry over. So those guys showing that kind of discipline in spring training, that means they're seeing pitches, being able to try to recognize pitches, and so you can take that into the season and then be a little bit more aggressive when you need to.
Ryan Howard with us here as we get ready for Phillies opening day in D.C. this afternoon against the Nationals right here on WIP. Ryan, a lot of conversation this spring training about who's going to hit leadoff, and it sounds like the Phillies are planning to have two leadoff hitters. Against lefties, it's going to be Trey Turner. Against righties, Kyle Schwarber. So I'm wondering, from your perspective, do you think that's going to be a challenge for some of these guys to have to change their spot in the order every day? We talk about this as fans all the time. You lived it. Is that a big thing, or do we make too much of where you hit in the order?
I think the biggest thing is as long as they know, hey, if Rob has that conversation with them and says, hey, this is what we're going to look to do, then mentally those guys are already prepared. So like for Schwarb, if it's a lefty, he knows he's probably going to hit 2 or 3 or a little bit further down in the lineup and understand that. Same thing with Turner, batting lead off against lefties and whatnot. So I think as long as you know where you're going to be hitting, you can prepare yourself the night before and be ready to go that day.
Ryan, how do you stack up this division? You mentioned earlier the Mets, who came on at the end last year and obviously knocked the Phillies out. They added Juan Soto. The Braves had a lot of injuries last year. They'll get some of those guys back early in the season. We know they're always good. And then, of course, there's the Phillies, who won it last year. How do you right now, entering the season, stack up those three teams as we start the season?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun division to watch. I mean, obviously, like you said, the Braves had a lot of injuries to key players. They're a very exciting team. You look at the Mets and what they did with some of their additions; they're going to be exciting. I'm still going to pull for the Phillies. As long as they can stay healthy, I think it's still their division to go out and go win. But they're going to have to fight to go do it. And obviously, for everybody, you got to stay healthy.
Ryan, today we'll see Zack Wheeler on the mound. And, when he got here 5 years ago, I think people realized he was talented, but he hadn't really put it together for the Mets. He's had an incredible stretch. Ryan, when you watch Zack, what makes him such a great pitcher? Because he's morphed from a good one with the Mets to a truly great pitcher for the Phillies here. What makes him so good?
I mean, I was unfortunate to face Zack when he was with the Mets. And that was when they had him, DeGrom, Harvey, like that whole staff that they had there. And I actually thought Zack was the filthiest out of all of them because they all threw hard. But the one thing I would say about Zack had more movement on his pitches than the other guys did. So I think that's what kind of gave him the nod for me. And I think he's just, kind of coming to his own. He got JT back there. He got comfortable with the catcher, the situation there. He's comfortable here in Philly. So he's just going out there and just letting it eat.
Ryan, let's end with this. Bryce Harper transitioned a year and a half ago to first base from all his years playing in the outfield. Last year was his first full year. He was a Gold Glove, caliber player. Christian Walker took it, but I thought he played at a really high level. What did you think of Harper, his first full year at first base, and what do you expect as he goes into the second half of his Phillies career playing the position you played for so many years?
Yeah, I think Bryce has done an amazing job. He's just a pure athlete. I mean, it's not easy to just make that transition and go over there and go play first base. His footwork has gotten a lot better. His glove work has always been there. I mean, his confidence over there has been great. So I think, him playing first, potentially the remainder of his career, is going to be a great move to help kind of save him and save his body from a lot of additional wear and tear.
Frat, before we get up out of here, at Kobe Southern Kiss Chicken, when we go to the ballpark Monday, what sandwich do you recommend?
I mean, look, we got the original, we got the Nashville hot, and we got the big piece. So it's just all about how you feeling. You know what I mean? That Nashville, give it a little warm tickle. Maybe you might get a little sweat beads in the hairline.
Ryan, I'm a little older now. I can't eat that spice.
You can't handle the spice. He's not the man he used to be.
Then get the big piece, man. The big piece is nice.
I'm probably that's what I'm probably wearing. I can't handle spice no more. I can't handle spice.
That's it.
Great stuff, Ryan. Ryan, continued success with Colby's. We'll be checking it out at the park, and let's talk soon. And enjoy opening day. It's always a special day. Thank you, Ryan.
Go Mob.
Appreciate it. You guys. Yes, sir. Go Mob.
There he goes. Ryan Howard, the big piece with us there, talking about this Phillies team.